William Samoei Arap Ruto, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who is also the United Democratic Alliance Party leader, is going to do everything possible within his powers to ensure that Alfred Keter is not re-elected as the Nandi Hills members of parliament. And Kenyans are waiting and will be watching very closely the development in Nandi Hills. Because you all remember that there were plans to lock out Alfred Keter during the UDA nominations. But Alfred Keter outwitted William Ruto, his allies, and his close friends in Nandi Hills. William Ruto's own communications director, Emmanuel Talam, who comes from Nandi Hills, camped in the constituency with money to persuade the residents there not to vote for Alfred Keter. When the results were out, Alfred Keter managed to win. William Ruto's key allies, Oscar Sudi, Caleb Kositany, Didmas Baraza, and others also camped in Nandi Hills to ensure that Alfred Keter was defeated. But when the results were finally announced, Alfred Keter emerged victorious. That move alone shocked the entire UDA fraternity. But because William Ruto is keen on locking out Alfred Keter, he was subjected through the tribunal, and his certificate was withdrawn. And the certificate was finally handed over to Bernard Kitur, who was his number two. Alfred Keter actually managed to garner 10,000 votes. 10,000 votes during nominations is a serious statement. His closest, the guy who was number two, had 7,000. So it means in Nandi Hills, over 20,000 people, because there were other candidates, turned up to vote. That was a serious statement. But William Ruto is keen on locking out Alfred Keter in Nandi Hills. So the question is, why do you think William Ruto is keen on locking out Alfred Keter out of Nandi politics? I want us to look at the reasons why William Ruto is not going to allow Alfred Keter to win easily. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you guys to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, I want to play this clip of Alfred Keter.
Mambo ya kuongelea 2022 sisi hatutaki. Hatutaki mambo ya 2022. Na kwa hivyo tunasema kwa ufupi 3,600 is not negotiable. Yes. That is the price that we want. Uchunguzi ifanywe, nyinyi mtuambie, saa hizi mumeelekea mpaka kule Kongo. Mnataka kupanda mahindi zaidi ya ekari 1,500. 500,000 acres mnalima ya mahindi. Alafu mnatuambia avocado. Hata avocado tumejua mnatengeneza factory kule Botswana. Mnatengeneza factory ya kutengeneza mambo ya avocado kule Botswana, na mnataka kuangaizia ama kukandamiza wakulima. Shida zetu mingi ya mahindi, ya fertilizer, na hii mambo yote imeletwa na Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais na ofisi yake. Tunataka ofisi yake ichunguzwe. Wale wote waliimport mahindi kutoka ng'ambo, watuambie mbona waliimport mahindi. Ile fertilizer ambayo mumeleta, mumefuruka bei. Tunajua mabroka ambao walilipwa. Badala ya mkulima kulipwa, wakalipa mabroka.
Shortly, so that you can understand some of the reasons why William Ruto is not going to allow Keter to win easily. Remember, the deep state is also monitoring and following the developments in Nandi Hills. And Caleb Kositany, who is a close ally of William Ruto, also made strategic mistake when he decided to ask the Nandis not to vote for Alfred Keter, because according to him, Alfred Keter is not a Nandi per se, but a Kipsigis. But let us not get into those side shows. Let us focus on why Ruto is not going to allow Keter to easily win that seat. Number one is loyalty. If you've been following Alfred Keter's politics, he's always won the seat. In 2007, he won. In 2013, he won. In fact, in 2013, the deputy president decided to try to stop him. He did not succeed. He actually humiliated William Ruto's sponsored candidate, who was Emmanuel Talam at that time. And to his advantage at that time, they were in a camp with Oscar Sudi and with Mandago. So it helped him. He was not the only guy who was being targeted. He was able to outwit William Ruto at that particular time. It was expected that during this election, he was going to be easily edged out because William Ruto had formed his own political party. William Ruto is a serious presidential candidate coming from the Nandi nation, from the Kalenjin nation. And also importantly, UDA as a political party had captured the imaginations of the people of the larger Rift Valley. And it was expected that Alfred Keter was going to be accepted back into the party. But he was received by none other than Rigathi Gachagua some months ago. I think it must have been 3 months ago, to join UDA. So the idea was that he was going to be allowed to join UDA. Then after joining UDA, then he was going to be defeated. Because these guys believe that Alfred Keter is not loyal. In fact, Didmus Baraza was very clear in his statement that Keter ni mtu wa Azimio. So the questions about his loyalty. William Ruto would want to go into this election with loyal people. And of course, you can't also rule out the possibility of 2022 elections, because assuming Alfred Keter is going to win against all odds, of course, I'm going to I did a video on that and I'm going to share the link. Assuming he's going to win, what will stop him from becoming the next governor? Or what will stop Alfred Keter from now claiming the leadership of the Kalenjin nation, assuming William Ruto will not become the president? So his loyalty is questionable, and because of that, William Ruto is not going to allow him. William Ruto wants people who are loyal to him. He's been tested, he's been tried. Those who are loyal to the deputy president were all issued with direct tickets. Those who are perceived not to be loyal, most of them were either edged out or some of them were forced not to contest. Number 2 is the Gideon Moi link. You know, Gideon Moi is not running for the presidency in this election. William Ruto understands that President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are keen or are determined to lock him out of the presidency, which means between 2022 and 2027 is going to be critical for William Ruto's politics. If Uhuru and Raila will manage to lock him out of the presidency, it means he will have to manage his politics so well between 2022 and 2027. So it means Gideon Moi will also use that opportunity to kick him out. Like, Gideon Moi is not contesting in Baringo as the senator. So which means after the elections, Gideon Moi will definitely be appointed to something else. And with William Ruto out of the presidency, assuming he's not going to be the president, I'm not saying he's not going to be, but just assuming he's not going to be the president, then Gideon Moi would also want a situation where he will have his loyal soldiers. One of them is viewed to be Alfred Keter. There is Silas Terrain. Then in Baringo, there are several others across Baringo County. So that Gideon Moi's link is the main reason why Ruto would not want Alfred Keter, assuming William Ruto was not the deputy president. And Keter was a member of parliament the way he was. It would have been very difficult for the DP to manage Alfred Keter. Number 3 is the war on corruption. Alfred Keter has been the face of war on corruption in the larger Rift Valley. In fact, there's the issue of farmers in Rift Valley, which is a huge issue. Alfred Keter has always been on the forefront, blaming William Ruto and his cronies for killing farmers in the larger Rift Valley. William Ruto would not want a situation where, even if he's the president or someone else, people like Alfred Keter will have the platform to talk the way they've been talking. So he'd want them to be out. So he's going to do everything. He's going to use money, he's going to use propaganda, he's going to rally his troops just to ensure that Alfred Keter is defeated because of the war on corruption. Number 4, in my view, is the runoff factor. You know, there's a chance that this particular election, might go to a runoff. So it means any leader would want a situation where those who are going to be elected will be allied to them fully. Based on the relationship between Alfred Keter and Ruto, there's a chance that if Alfred Keter is elected and we go for a runoff, there's a chance that Alfred Keter might not support Ruto fully. That's the fact. And that's the fear in William Ruto's camp. So they'd rather have Alfred Keter win as an independent candidate than have him win as a UDA. Then he will fail to support William Ruto, because once he's elected, there's nothing you can do for the next 5 good years. And lastly, I think the deputy president is also keen on sending a strong message to the rebels within the larger Rift Valley that if you joke, this ticket can be taken away anytime. If you play, you will be punished. So if someone as strong as Alfred Keter, who can garner 10,000 votes during nomination, can be denied the ticket, who are you? Who are you? So he's sending a strong message to anybody within the UDA party, especially from the Rift Valley stronghold. I don't know what you think. That's my take. If you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.